All right, anyways, hopefully we are streaming. Let's double check this. Alrighty. This is hopefully working through. There we go. All right, so sounds like my audio is decent. I'm using my Mac to actually check on this. So today we're going to be talking about something very controversial, and that's the Apple change to just get rid of the headphone jack. So I'd like to show you kind of how they presented this, and we'll talk about it in a sec. So let's take a look at the video on this here.
Number 7, earpods. Apple earpods are the most popular headphones in the world. And with iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, we're moving to connecting them over Lightning. Well, why over Lightning? Well, first, you may not remember, I certainly do, but from the start, we designed Lightning to be a great digital audio connector. Among all the other things it does, it provides a digital audio stream, it provides power to your headphones or speakers, it provides content music control right within its digital connection. And this may surprise you, but there are now in the world over 900 million Lightning-enabled devices. There's perhaps the largest digital audio connection in the world. And there are speakers and headphones designed to take advantage of it, and they do great things. Here's one example. This is from JBL. This is the Reflect Aware workout headphone. It's lightweight, it's affordable, provides active noise cancellation. In fact, with an app on your iPhone, it's adaptive, and you can adjust how much exterior noise you want to let in or not. And it does it all without batteries and charging, because it works directly over that Lightning connector. Simply not possible on just an analog port. So we're taking the headphones, an iPhone 7 and 7 Plus, to Lightning, and we're including them in the box with each device. Now, we know there are people in the world who do have some analog, old, connected devices out there. So we've also made this. It's an adapter, Lightning to Mini Phono audio adapter. And we're going to include that in the box with every iPhone 7 and 7 Plus as well.
Alrighty, so we get an understanding of what's going on. I guess I don't need these anymore. Apple has basically removed the headphone jack, but what they have done is they've included at least an accessory built in for it, or adapter in reality, that will convert the old analog signal to a digital signal, which is fine. So taking this from an interesting perspective from Apple's end, what they're doing, in my opinion, is they're trying to kind of put everything together in terms of marketing. So this to me is more, it's a mixture of trying to be different and trying to market. So they're able to sell, as you saw in the first part of this video, they're able to sell their earpods that are connected through Lightning, but they also talk about their wireless technology that's also an addition to the factor of them actually removing this headphone jack. Now, people are going to be upset because that, it comes with the adapter, which is fine, but let's say I'm in my car, for example, and want to plug in my audio. Well, it kind of becomes a little bit difficult in a way, because now I can't charge my device. So I'm using this adapter and it's working fine, which is great. I'm really happy that Apple actually decided to include that Lightning cable or a Lightning adapter, as it is, with the device itself. So that's not a bad thing. So at least they've structured it out enough where they said, well, people are going to be upset that we're doing this, so let's at least include an adapter. What wouldn't have been fine is if they decide to sell this adapter in addition to the iPhone. So it's good that they included it. Now, from Apple's take on all this stuff, this is really a marketing ploy. It is, and what's good about it is that they are pushing wireless technology, but at the same time they're backtracking and using, in their case, the Lightning cable. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the audio quality can't be better from using the Lightning cable and going straight digitally in, but all of those headphones, like my Audio Technicas, for example, that I use, I couldn't use it with it. And here's another problem with doing it that way. A lot of people like to take their headphones that they get with their iPhones and plug it in, for example, into their Macs, and that's kind of an issue here. Um, my friend made this good suggestion. It's like, well, you've lacked the consistency. So now I can't take my headphones that I got with my iPhone and plug it in to my Mac, and it's just something as simple as that. So you don't have that consistency barrier. You have that consistency barrier is what I meant to say. So with that being said, this isn't the worst thing they could have done. At least they included the adapter. Now, in terms of what their reasoning for removing this was, I think was a little bit. It was courage. That's what they said. So the problem with that is, had it been courage and they really wanted to shift the industry, in my opinion, what they would have done would have been to do either one of two options. The first option would have been to actually license out the lightning port so that way it can be used in multiple devices, so that they could shift up the industry. So that way, if we want to plug into a digital input, then we would allow that. And that goes same for their wireless standards and their technology. They would have licensed this out to allow other vendors to take advantage of this new shift in the industry, which it seems like they're trying to do. But as they are trying to do that, they are also becoming more proprietary. Apple, the Lightning port is only going to be available with the EarPods, and don't get me wrong, it can be used in other companies have created things with that, but now it's exclusive only to the iPhone. So it's not really a shift in industry, it's a shift in that brand itself, which is fine. It is a product that they are selling. But if they were really trying to be courage about this and shift the industry as such, they could have also went with the fact of switching to USB-C, which at that point also supports audio out and is more in line with the industry in terms of everything. Now, I think where Apple is truly trying to go with this whole thing is they are trying to make it so that way eventually you won't need wires. Now, why, when they did this, they introduced their wireless technology, my question would be more particularly, why haven't they introduced wireless charging yet? Wireless charging, maybe they are working on, and that might be actually something good to do in their next model. Maybe they're trying to make it actually really, really decent, but wireless charging would have made sense in this case. And as my friend did point out, if you have something connected to your car and you want wireless connection, it'd be cool if you could just put it down and it will basically connect. Now, again, that is something that they did with Android phones, but in terms of charging and everything, but they haven't touched that on the Apple device. And this would have been the perfect time to talk about that and say, well, now we have the wireless charging as well as using wireless headphones. So you get a specific approach to everything. So that way everything kind of falls in place. The problem with this removing the headphone jack, I don't think is now removing the headphone jack. I think it's removing, it's just not kind of going aligned to what you are set out to do. In my opinion, Apple should have taken this time with their lightning cable to basically maybe just have the lightning cable there to charge it, and maybe sell wireless technology. And that's what it seems like they're trying to do, but they took a step backwards in my opinion, because now they've included the headphones with the lightning connection, which in terms of audio quality may be decent, but now they're also selling their AirPods, which are wireless. So my point here is Apple has always been about being wireless. Steve Jobs wanted as little wires as possible. That's why he even has the iMacs that they have, to be as simple and wireless and elegant. So that way, in this case, there's only one wire running this thing. I don't think Steve Jobs would have been necessarily fully happy with the ability or having adapters that just introduce more wires to everything. That's just my opinion. Obviously, the guy is no longer with us at this point, but it just seems like Apple needs to have more of a shifting in the way they're taking this on. And if they really are trying to change the industry, then they should probably have licensed out their wireless to other manufacturers to use on Android and any other smartphone technology and computers as well. So Apple did do things right with removing the disk drive. I have no problem with them doing that at all. In fact, that was something long overdue. So they did that. They shifted up. Everybody complained at first. Why is there no disk drive? Well, now we're living without disk drives, and quite frankly, my desktop PC does not have a disk drive. So I think that Apple, in a way, is taking the right approach to this, eventually getting everybody to shift over to wireless. But as a marketing ploy, they are not shifting up the industry because they're basically saying, well, our wireless technology only works with our iPhones. Perhaps they can sell something like this for another platform, because they seem to really want to change the industry. But this is a shift, and this is a lot of negativity, mainly because due to the fact that they made a big change, and I think a lot of people just really get used to one thing, so now the shift is going to mess with them. Now, marketing strategy wise, Apple is really using proprietary stuff to push their product. But again, I'm going on a bit of a tangent here, but I just think that they could have taken it at a different angle than what they did. And who knows, next year we may see the improved iPhone with wireless charging. And then at that point, I would say, well, yeah, that's great. We're finally getting closer to that area that Steve Jobs wanted. So we'll see how this turns out. I honestly someday hope to get the iPhone 7. I don't really have... I really like to use my my headphones with it and everything like that, but we'll see how it turns out. And again, eventually, the Apple wireless thing, in terms of actually being higher quality audio and everything like that, that's great, that's perfect. And again, I just wish they could have... they don't have unity here. And if you want to push your sales of your Mac and everything, that's perfectly fine. But they introduced this wireless technology in a different light, and they're using iCloud to sync up to your Mac, and they give you these headphones that plug into the Lightning jack. Listen, Apple, I just think you're going a little bit more like Samsung in a route, because you're now having so many options with your phones now. You're having so many options with your headphones now. I miss the simplicity of just going about it, and I wish they could have done away with the wire entirely, to be honest with you. I just get rid of everything in terms of wires, like introduce wireless charging, introduce wireless headphones that will work and adapt to everything that you have. And I think this is a step in their direction, but obviously it's a marketing ploy. So it's a win/lose in some ways, but I look forward to seeing where Apple takes their devices. I apologize for my other video where I was really negative in the way that Apple has been doing things. I just think that they need a little more structure, like myself. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. But do me a favor. Tell me what you would like for me to improve, what you would do in this scenario if you were running the show. And I look forward to seeing your comments down below, because I think Apple is in a tough spot, and I also think that them doing this was marketing, but I think that they're on the right track in some ways, and in others a step back in the past. So let me know what you think. Put your comments in the description below, and I will read them and get back to them. And thank you guys again for watching this video.